Welcome to Off-Frame Games. My name is Chris, and this is post commentary. There was a glitch. It was a horrible, horrible glitch in my audio. So rather than having it sound really, really bad, I'm doing this post commentary. Now today, on the last episode, we met a lot of people, but we were on the search for the collector. And we have found the collector. Now the collector is a odd gentleman. And you'll find out very soon, but we'll get to that in a second, shall we? So looking back on everything we've done, the collector's an odd little man, odd little person. He is both a knower of all things, knower of what you want, and will only ever ask for something that has high sentimental value. He will only ever ask for something with high sentimental value. He asked for a dress made between a girl and her mother in exchange for the perfect maid outfit. He asked for a cat for the perfect new kitten. And he has asked for a picture of a dead father. So let's go meet him. This doesn't seem right. It doesn't match the description I got at all. What was that? Who was there? Raina? Raina, is that you? No, probably not. Who's there? Look around you. Interesting, isn't it? It's said the cranes can grant a wish. What is it that you wish for? I've never been one to believe in wishes. Are you him? Are you the collector? A collector? Crow? Is one of the many names I've given over the years. But we've no time to waste on such boring, trivial things as introductions. Don't you want to know who I am? Oh, I know who you are, Detective Itō. Or should I say investigator? So hard to keep straight. I suppose it's irrelevant for what you call yourself now, as you've arrived exactly where you need to be. Something's different, yes. Oh, what is it, I wonder? That's it. You're like me, after a fashion. You see things differently from those around you. The world is not as solid and as unchanging as it is for them. Things bend. They break. Am I wrong? No. Nothing's been the same since Kamakura. Yes. Of course. The girl you murdered, Raina, was it? Was it your fault? So since I'm doing this post commentary, I kind of forgot what I talked about here, but generally this is how it boils down to. Even in my actions, even when controlled, even when inadvertently my fault, everything that I do, both in game and out of game, is something that is wholly myself to blame. It'll never be any other way. I can't blame the mask, because the mask just told me what to do. I still followed directions. I still shot Reina. I can't blame somebody else for things that I do myself. So, of all four of these, I think I choose I never meant to, because it's the closest thing to coming to terms with the fact that I did it. Then you are a puppet, dancing at the ends of your strings to a tune you cannot hear. No, that's not what I said. I'm not a puppet. Are you sure, detective? Do you really feel like everything you've done is under your control? When faced with the impossible, you're so certain that every choice you make is your own. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like they're made for me. Which is easier, I wonder? The knowledge that the cause of all your suffering and your joy is of your own doing? Or someone else's? I don't have time for this. Of course. Our conversation has tilted towards the philosophical, and you are not here for philosophy. You want something more tangible. I want information. I want facts. I want this car to stop fucking driving. No. It is my business to know what people desire, and that is not what you seek. What is it you want, truly? Tanaka. I want Tanaka. I want to know what really happened to him. No. That's not only that. I want to know what happened to me too. Nothing makes sense anymore. I'm tired of chasing after clues that lead to dead ends. Perhaps I can be of some help to you. But first, please indulge me. I have a few questions. I'm curious, oh so curious. You're such a unique visitor after all. Yes, nothing like the others. Okay, fine. What is it you want to know, old man? I find it interesting that someone like you would drink on the job. Oh, you mean at the bar? Yeah, no, I drank it, didn't I? It seems so obvious a mistake. Why did you do it? I did it. Look, I did it for the information. It was for the case, honestly. I didn't think I'd get anything otherwise, but it didn't change anything. On the night of your partner's disappearance, you found your way into the sewer using a man. Why him? Because he was a horrible bastard. Plus, a witness saw him. Because the simple point is like, somebody saw him. He was the easiest route to something that was in my way. A witness placed him in the sewer. Why not go directly to the source? What is this? Some sort of psych test? I came here for answers. Enough with the games. It's no game, detective. I can give you what you seek. This is my price. That's it. You wanted information to use against me? Seems you've already got enough. I mean, you are all-knowing. Blackmail? No, how pedestrian. Simplistic. No. I've no interest in that. Then what do you want? Everything I collect brings me closer to an understanding. Much like you. Only the puzzle I assemble is considerably larger, and the piece you provide is well worth the trouble. Shall we continue? Do I got a choice? No, I probably don't. You have already made it. You show little patience, detective. Surprising, considering the effort you took to get here. The girl, Reina, she's the one you've been chasing, yes? Let's talk about her. Why didn't you shoot her again in the sewer? She was holding your deal Tanaka at knife point. Why didn't you pull the trigger? It was a difficult decision in either way. No matter what I had done, it would have turned out bad. However, ideally, I didn't want to have to shoot her in the face again. Because I didn't know what happened at 6 months prior, but I don't know. I don't know. Ideally, if I can get her to keep talking, maybe I can find something. But I also don't want to hurt people, and at the same time, I probably just should have shot her in the face. The situation was helpless, honestly. The best I could do was to keep her talking. Learn as much as I could. Interesting. Most interesting. Though she's gone, the sleepless nights continue, don't they? You've taken your pills twice. Is that enough to make a difference? Do they help? Does it not make you question the futility of it all? Most interesting, most interesting. Perhaps you've told me enough. Yes, yes. This is most useful. I accept this trade. In return, you want... What is it? Ah, yes, yes, that's right. A path, a way forward. I suppose it's your turn to ask questions now. Simply put, at this point, I didn't know if I'd be able to ask multiple questions. So, of the three, what is the most important? Honestly, if Tanaka's alive, good, but if he's not, well, then, whatever. Who he is a mystery, both probably to him and for everybody else. But the most pressing matter, the one that might lead me to anything and everything, would definitely be that mask. It started it all. I got the mask. I shot a girl. And the girl came back 6 months later to get the mask. Then she killed who I assume is my husband, boyfriend, lover? I want to know about the mask. I don't know why, but I get a hunch that you'll know what this is. It's so pretty, isn't it? What is it? Reina was so obsessed with it. It must be important if I... But I cannot figure out what it is. Ah, I see. A most interesting relic. It makes people do the most fascinating things. So why did Reina want it? It's a tool. Instead of living in fear of it, why not use it? It may be the key that will help you find your precious Tanaka. That doesn't answer my question, but thank you. Though as powerful as it is, one cannot expect to use it without knowing nothing about it. You said it yourself. It all starts in Kamakura. The Kawanas have quite a history with the mask. Kawanas. The Mai? Talking about Mai? The Shrine Maiden girl? Her grandmother was the one who gave it to me, and I may have just shot her granddaughter. It gives me the creeps. Maybe I should have gotten rid of it. Oh, no, don't do that. You'll never find your way without it. Okay. What about Tanaka? Tanaka's in the dark. Whether he lives, that is a bit more difficult. Just, dark. That's not the first time I've heard that. What is it and where can I find it? A better question is, where can it not be found? Can you not feel it around you, following you at every turn? Is this metaphorical? I don't know about metaphors. It pays great mind to those within its walls. You know of whom I speak. The common thread that binds all the misery in your heart. Reina. And where is she? And where she is, Tanaka must be there as well. Why he's hanging out with a redhead, I will never understand, but, well, I'll talk to him when I see him. The girl's thread is complicated one, yes. Very tangled. It begins in Kabukicho and at a talent agency called Omega. Excuse my pronunciation. Kabukicho? Ah, yes, of course I know of it. As I imagine any officer of the law would. The dark is a sacred place. It lives and breathes, changes shape and goes where it pleases. And it is the girl whose suffering determines its shape. Without understanding its root, you will never find your way, or it could tear you apart, like it almost has already. Okay. What are you? You're a dressmaker, a cat breeder, a blackmailer. Seems that no one in this town can agree on anything about you, except for your name. I'm assuming you weren't born with a name collector. There's no way anyone could know what you do. It's impossible. So, what are you? Look, to be fair, he's an old man in an anime, so yeah. Take a look around you. Is it not familiar? Can you not smell it? The stench of corruption. I've been here for so long, longer than you can imagine. Feelings of desires, the loves, the hatred of mankind flow through this place. For you. Detective, I am exactly who you need me to be. Now, shall we return the attention to the matter at hand? Our trade, after all, was not for the knowledge of how I fit into the story. It was for a way to clear the... How did you put it? Ah, yes, the clear dead ends you run up against. Let us reconsider your problem. The mask and the dark are inexorably linked. Inexorably. That doesn't seem like the right word. Whatever. Pursuing one without the other is futile. Now you are an enemy to the dark. It will reject you without understanding it, and you'll be lost without the necessary tool, which is the mask. So, how will I know when a path's been opened? Is it gonna be like a door or a zipper? Ask your puppet master. My end of the bargain has been upheld. You seem awfully eager to help me. What's the catch, old man? Something tells me I'm going to regret it. Paranoia, an unnecessary feeling. As I said, people fascinate me, especially ones as unique as yourself. You are a detective. I've only given you the tools you need to finish the job. From there, oh, now that is the interesting part. I look forward to seeing your progress. I will be watching you because I am a stalker. Consider your to be partially repaid. The rest I shall collect at another time. I don't like it. I don't like it. He takes the good stuff. Tell me, my little puppet, if you can see your strings, does your dance not continue? Until we meet again. Okay. Yes, there's a problem. So there's a problem here. The problem being that, well, he asks for something that is really close to one's heart. The dress, the cat, the picture were all very linked to the individual. He's gonna ask for something from me. The air in the collector's basement was stagnant and heavy. If I had stayed any longer, I felt like it may have suffocated me. For the time I was there, Akibara faded away into a distant memory. I returned to the surface, put my hand up to shield my eyes in the sunlight, and listened to the people on the street. Their conversation seemed so pointless. Part of a world I was no longer part of. The busy sounds of the street swept the cobwebs from my mind, forcing me to remember everything I told the collector in everything the impossible ways. I told him so much, but did I have a choice? Maybe he was right, and I was the puppet after all. At that moment, it didn't really matter. The dark and the mask both belonged to a world where I was now a part of. Normal methods of investigation wouldn't have led me down to them. Countless paths were narrowed down to 2, and I had no choice but to march toward the lead that I had. As I left the Akibara behind, one thing bothered me. How did the collector know so much about me? Was I really so easy to read? I really didn't have time to dwell on it. Kazuki and Reina were in the dark. That much had all been but confirmed, and I now had a means, however impossible, to find them. 2 paths, the mask and the dark, both were necessary, and I had to make a choice of which to follow first. Chase after a talent agency in Tokyo's red light district, or back to Kamakura to visit Mai, the girl I very nearly killed. Neither seemed very appealing. My logical side didn't understand how either would help, but as everything around me cracked and crumbled away, logic didn't really matter anymore. I had to choose, or maybe something would choose for me. And by something, it would be a brain in a jar. Which I am. So, we have a choice. Now, the 2 choices are the dark and the mask. The dark is the goal. The mask is a tool for the goal. Without the mask, we are going to be in a lot of danger once we manage to make our way into the dark. But the mask itself is a very dangerous tool. It has already forced us to kill Reina, and, well, it keeps talking to me in my sleep and in my wake. The mask is not a good mask. It's not friendly. So, as with all things, both in life and in video games, my choice is the tool. As long as I know what my tool is, I can learn. I can manage most other things as long as I am comfortable with the tool, or at least know a little bit of what it can do. So that's where we're going to end today's episode. There are a lot of things going on in this game. I do apologize for this having to be post-commentary, and I do apologize for computer issues that have been arising on a few of my videos. I'm trying to fix them, and if you enjoy the content, leave a like. If you have a comment about anything, let me know. I'll see you tomorrow. Later.